Marky Worthington Podcast all day.
All day.
Dream by night.
Don't buy me a drink. Just give me $10.
Oh, dude, you look sweet. Yeah, you got a big beard, dude.
Go down to the strip club with your floppy disk and turn it into a hard drive.
Yeah, right. Thrown out by Big Tony.
We're here to name names and make people feel more ashamed for shit that they're not proud of.
Me and my best friend, Marky Worthington.
Whatever it is.
Hello and welcome to the Marky Worthington Comedy Podcast. This is episode 114 with Jyro and Azza from the Lucky Parachute Podcast. How you doing, boys?
Bloody well, mate. And yourself?
Yeah, good.
Fantastic.
we both like to stutter when we come into podcasts, just to
Every time.
hype everybody up a little bit.
Nice, yeah. So that's it's funny because we were chatting a bit before the show, and then I had to just turn it on for the fucking start of the show. So we're just talking about random shit, and then I just come out of the gate like, "Well, how you going, boys?" Like I haven't just been fucking talking to you for 15 minutes.
Yeah, we were just talking about you being AI, and it could be possible.
It is possible. At the moment, you're probably just seeing photos hyperexposed over their images, and me looking like an insane homeless person talking to myself. So yeah, that'll be good. It's so there's a time delay between the time zones. It is like night time here. It's like 7:30 at night here, and it's you guys are both in Western Australia, yeah?
Yeah, man, it's just going dark here. It's about 5:37 at the moment.
Yeah, it's dark here. Nighttime. We'll call it nighttime.
No,
Yeah.
It's not dark here. I'm a little bit further up from Jai, so I've got a little bit of light licking me still, but that's about it.
Yeah, our time zone's about 4 hours away from each other.
Nice. Yeah, good stuff. Now, your Lucky Parachute podcast is approaching on episode 100. What are you at now? In the 80s, I think?
I think we're somewhere
81,
up
I think. 80? Yeah, 80, 81, somewhere around there.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we've been pretty slack lately, to be honest. Jai up and left to Albany. We talk about this a bit on the podcast as well. He jumped ship and fucked off and left me and wrecked everything.
Yeah,
So
it's always my fault. Yeah,
we like to blame him for it. But no, we will get there. We're getting back into it, and we'll get to 100. 114, man. That's a pretty impressive number. How long have you been doing it for?
Just over. Oh fuck! This is the part of the podcast where we don't know who's hosting because I'm asking questions, you're asking questions.
Yeah,
This is the ultimate. This is like the Spider-Man meme. Where we're all just standing around trying to work out who's the real fucking podcast host.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I've been doing this now since I think my first episode was 2019. So 5 years.
Yeah, just
Wow.
before COVID.
Yeah, so I only do 2 a month, so that my numbers aren't up there as much as some of the ones I've seen that are like weekly. They tend to climb pretty quick.
Yeah.
But one good thing is like I haven't missed a episode since then. So I think that I was smart enough when I first started it not to like sort of let my eyes get too big for my stomach sort of thing when it comes to how many podcasts I was going to put out a month.
Very smart. We did the opposite.
Yeah, 100%. We were like maybe 2 a week we could do. Yeah. Very ambitious.
Shoot for the stars, yeah. And then we realized, fuck no, we can't do this.
1 a week's good. We were doing
Yeah,
one a week
was
for a fair
good.
while.
For a fair while, yeah. And then Jai buggered off and wrecked everything.
Yeah. Fucking
Now we
hell.
do one a year, or something like that.
Yeah, nice. So Jai's like the fucking dad that left and the podcast is the kid that's suffering.
Yeah. He took off with the new chick, and I'm still here fucking sad and crying.
Not paying any child support either.
Sitting
Fuck,
outside, wetting my fucking sandbox with my tears so I can play in the mud.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. So this is like the this is going to be called the Daddy Issues podcast soon enough.
Yeah, fantastic. Daddy issues, good enough.
It's almost like a reunion, actually.
Soon it's going to be
Wow.
called soon it's going to be called Lucky If I Don't Cry After Sex.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. No, so back to speaking of the name, I nearly just said 5 things at once. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Fuck, your head almost blew up.
Yeah, well, at least you can fucking see mine. Like,
Yeah, best to have.
yeah. Don't worry, I'll fucking make sure that I get those photos up there, boys, so people can see who they're actually dealing with. But
Yeah, photo collage of emotions. I can't wait.
yeah, it's gonna be all my head. I'm gonna make it look like I've got multiple different podcast going with myself, like those fucking YouTube videos where there's one cunt playing each instrument. He makes like a whole song.
I used to have a dirty great beard like yours. Do you want me to send some beard photos too?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. I'll do them for my whole life. I'll send baby photos and I'll go through like every couple of years so people can really get an idea of me.
Yeah,
I've got a few photos of before I went grey.
Yeah.
Fuck off. When you were 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, so the lucky parachute, but that sounded like I edited it. Like I just cut straight into the previous sentence. It's nearly like we just said a whole bunch of shit that we could lose our jobs over, and I just had to fucking bring it back on track again. Just let everyone know that was not a bunch of shit that we could have got in trouble for. We did all that before the podcast.
I just went on one of his racist rants like he usually does, and you had to cut out like a good 15 minutes.
Yeah, all I'm saying is Jai definitely didn't just talk about how his hair is less black and that makes him happy.
That's right.
Yeah.
At least it's not alopecia. True,
exactly. It'd be fucking G.I. Jane reference, you know? G.I. Jyro.
Yeah, let's leave Will Smith out of this.
Yeah, actually, fuck it. If I can sell out arenas just like, you know, what happens when you get slapped by Will Smith, I'll fucking take a hit. It didn't even look that bad. Barely even broke the fucking sentence.
Slaps like a girl, doesn't he?
He rolled with it. I reckon he's been slapped a few times, Chris Rock, because he rolled with that slap very well.
Yeah, true. I mean, fuck, good thing, like, do you know what that slap did for me? It really fucked up I Am Legend or whatever that movie is, because I'm like, you can't even fucking slap, like, you know, a 5'3" cunt, like, let alone take out zombies or whatever.
Yeah, it messed up Independence Day for me.
That's right, it was. Yeah, thanks for Mr. fucking movie guru over here. Welcome back to the movie podcast here, where we all
movie podcast. At least it was not the tech podcast like earlier when you were trying to walk me through my own computer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sometimes you just connect through to Google fucking tech support instead of the actual podcast. And how do you know I'm just not an AI dude trying to fucking steal the podcast that actually works at Google?
I clicked on Pornhub and you came up, so I don't even really know what's going on.
Oh, fuck. If only I got that kind of money for this shit.
Yeah, that's another one, isn't it? Fucking chicks getting that much money to flash their gash. I kind of wish I was a chick now.
Yeah, exactly. This thing should just, like, I mean, it's still going to be titled, like, White Redhead Takes It from Two Blokes and After Dark, but it's
definitely, yeah.
But it's
on dusk for me. That sounds better.
Yeah. Yep. So you're on the rear end then.
Yes. They call me the Dusker.
It's like my buddy. We have a shop here that sells candles called Dusk. Do you guys have that in WA?
Yeah, we got Dusk. Yep.
Yeah.
But,
So
man, sorry, I was going to stop you. With the way you said that, then I really thought that you had a buddy. You and your buddy had a candle store, and I was just about to lose my shit. But it's okay.
yeah. So before I got into the story, I had to set the precursor of the shop's called Dusk, and he was walking through the mall and he dropped his wallet. And the person that picked it up worked at Dusk. So he had his contact number in there and they called him and said, hey, we've got your wallet. It's at... And he goes, oh, cool, yeah, where do you want me to meet? And they said, at Dusk. And he goes, well, it's fucking 10 o'clock. What time? Like, why are we fucking around here? What are you trying to get money out of me? And they go, no, meet me at Dusk. And he's going, well, fucking, like, where are you? What the fuck are you trying to take my money? What's this mysterious Dusk bullshit?
Bring your 6 shooters. It's a duel.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah, bring the old fucking the old fucking revolver.
Yeah.
But yeah, and eventually they're just like, no, the candle shop called Dusk, because he doesn't shop for candles, you know. So he didn't know, but it was just funny that like he thought they were being mysterious and trying to extort him.
That would be odd. That would be strange.
So the name Lucky Parachute, you heard that you guys mentioned it's called that because you could land anywhere. Is that still the going story or what?
Yeah, for
man.
sure.
100%.
Yeah. There was Joe started off. He was a what was it? Wasn't it like a gardening vlog or something? Joe?
Nah, it was. No, that developed later on. No, it was it started off as a blog. Basically, we sort of just, I guess, trying to tell mine and Az's stories as we were growing up in blog form. It was kind of a way just to record, like, you know, what we sort of went through as growing up together, mucking around, like all that shit through those years. And then one day we decided maybe we should actually tell the stories in person, and at the same time record those stories and memories for us, but it turned into a podcast.
Yeah, and for our kids if they ever want to listen to them, well, they probably won't.
Yeah, right. Who would have thought that it's cool to just like record something with the foresight that it's going to be something you look back on. I did a couple of podcasts with family members just like that weren't comedians or weren't other podcasters, just to tell stories so that it's just like something I can listen back to, similar sort of thing.
Yeah, we used to travel around because we had pretty much like our setup was pretty much laptops and just like normal mics and that pretty much. So we'd go camping and go out bush, and it was sort of just another thing to do while you're sitting around the fire as well.
Yeah, good stuff. So you guys did the camping over in Western Australia. You guys have is that for work, like that you travel and stuff, or is
it man,
just leisure?
Solely just to get away from the family, really. Yeah.
That's
the monotony of home life. Yeah.
How good's that? You record a podcast so they can listen to it and pretend you never left.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it pretty much was. It's a good. You can't really tell the missus you're just going camping every weekend, so we had to come up with something. So a podcast
strategies.
Like the next best
right.
thing.
Yeah,
I'm working here.
Nice. So as you can listen to the podcast because when Jyro's fucked off, pretend he's still there.
No,
exactly.
It's really, that's why I'm so shit with computers too, man, because he'd bring his computer and do all like the recording and shit. So he's fucked off, and now I've got to get my head around trying to get on this shit and get a camera to work that I've got on my computer, but my computer's telling me no.
Dude,
so
the best part about this is like I might as well have just introed this and like because there's no images there. Welcome to the Witness Protection Podcast. We can't reveal their identities, but like I'm going to pretend that there's actually two people here and it's not AI, just made up fucking script.
We have to talk like this, like they've covered our voice.
You have to talk like a homeless person asking for fucking money. That's a callback to before the show for anyone wondering, for those three listeners that are out there. Now, you came across, like I mentioned this, you came across on my podcasting app because of the Average Advice podcast. Just like Tim's stand-up comedy career, they've fucking given up on the podcast too. I'm sure I'd be happy to know about that.
I figured as much. It's been a very long time between anything.
Yeah, they might put out something, but so here's the thing. I know Tim because I run open mic comedy here in Canberra, and he came along to a couple. And then when they started the podcast, because I got to know him from the gigs, and he said, "Oh, do you want to come and do an episode with me?" So I went and did that, and then I just kept listening to their podcasts. And they sort of, like you fellas, had like a good back and forth because they've been mates for so long. Yeah. But I guess they just sort of, I think one of the thorns in the side was just like you guys are going to experience or have experience. Once one moves away, it's harder to G it up.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, fuck. Is this just a fucking... a rinse and repeat of the Average Advice? Am I the fucking kiss of death to a podcast?
No, definitely not.
No, man, we're still doing it. I still do kind of like Jai. It's still fine. Like it's fine.
It's fine, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
I have to tell you a story, boys. So when I was in school, I was standing in line at the canteen at the tuck shop for the pool, and some cunt snotted on the other cunt, and I didn't become best mates with him. What would you do in that situation?
Go find him, man.
I'd go find somebody else, and I'd snot on them, and I'd start myself another lovely relationship.
Fuck, maybe I just missed out on my only opportunity to find my podcasting host.
You didn't think about it, mate. You should have just loaded up that rocket and fucking found one.
Fuck, shot it with both barrels. That's the story of how you guys met, for anyone that doesn't know. Tell me more about that. Is that literally how it all started?
Oh, you take this one, Joe. You tell it better.
No, I don't know. I think you do because you kind of started it.
Yeah, well, okay. So I was
You
down there.
instigated it.
We're at the pool, right? And it says in Margaret River, we've got swimming lessons. Was it swimming lessons or fuck? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
swimming
one of
lessons,
our,
yeah.
one of our subjects. And so we're all wet still from the pool. And we figured out that, like, if you snot on somebody, you kind of like when you piss on your missus' leg in the shower. You can't really feel it. So when you snot on someone's back when they're wet, they can't really feel it either. So I snotted on. I did remember his name in one of the podcasts. I think it was Nathan. I think his name was Nathan. I don't want to say his whole name, but so I snotted on his back, and then Jyro's out of the blue. I'm not sure if I saw Jyro first or if I saw his rocket come past me. But so we both our snots have met on this bloke's back, or kid's back, I suppose at the time. We were kids too, so it was nothing weird. And then we were best mates forever, just snot buddies.
Kicked it off, didn't it?
Yeah,
Fuck
kicked
yeah,
it off.
dude.
I'm pretty sure it was after that lesson. Like we knocked off school after that lesson, and on the way home, Jai called his mum to see if I'd come stay over. It was love at first snot.
Literally.
Yep, you guys combined. It's like blood brothers, but just with a different fucking.
Yeah, like Captain Planet almost, but just with
without the handshake, just
They
all over
both
someone's
snot.
back.
With our powers combined.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fucking
it was
awesome.
epic.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder how many opportunities I've missed out on by just judging someone too hard for something like that.
Probably. What would you have done if you had seen me snot on someone's back? Probably knocked me out. Or...
Well, it depends on whose back it was. I mean,
yeah, true.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time, if it's like, an enemy of your enemy is your friend. Like if I seen someone snot on him, I'm like, oh, he's obviously rubbed you the wrong way at some point. And if I'm partial,
I was just a prick.
it was just a good guy. Yeah, fucking trying to get his 20-cent fucking jelly beans.
He was blind. He wasn't. He wasn't.
He had no sense of touch.
I think we were both kind of social outcasts as it was anyway, I think. So it's kind of lucky that we met each other. We'd probably just both be lonely in our room doing podcasts with two other blokes.
Lucky parachute from way back because you never know where the snot was going to land, right?
Yeah, parachuted out. Oh, that's fucking funny. Oi, how good was like school sports and swimming carnivals and shit like that? I remember like when I was younger, I used to look forward to like the day where we didn't have to do school stuff. We could just sit there, dress up in our house colours and fucking cheer on the actual athletic kids.
Yep, hell yeah. And hide when it was your time to go up and do any sport.
Yeah.
That was my favourite trick. And I used to tell my mum that I had to get a bottle of Coke because I needed sugar. It was the only time of the year that I was allowed to take a bottle of Coke to school, man. Fuck, it was great.
Fuck yeah. The rest you just had to take a baggie of it instead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that was my gym teacher used to give that to me.
Oh yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And in return, you had to snot on his back.
Yeah, just an armpit choo-choo, nothing.
It was like icing sugar dusting everywhere, wasn't it?
He's like, if you boys like runny noses, come see me after class.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a friend.
Oh fucking hell. Yeah, that's. It was the shit, man. Fucking like, I'm not athletic. I wasn't into sports when I was younger. I was always the guy that gave it a shot, but always fucking went shit. But I'd still give it a go if I could.
Yeah.
And just
Did you play footy at all, or
none of that.
No.
Well, I did all the nerdy shit, man. I like most of my mates because I grew up down the south coast of New South Wales, and I moved up to Canberra from there.
Yeah.
Once I finished high school, all my mates were surfers. Or skaters, and I played fucking golf, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Golf's sick, man. I've only just recently got quite a love for golf, hey.
As I'm getting older now, like I'm 31, so I'm just behind you boys. What are you, like 35, 36?
I'm 37.
38.
There we go.
Gone.
Shit.
Yep. That's the only reason why Jai's so grey. He's a year older.
No, we're the same age, you noodle.
Well, yeah, but I'm 37 now and you're 38, so we're not the same age. Are we, mate? We weren't the same age.
No.
Same.
Oh,
bad.
He's gone Super Saiyan. He's the next level.
Just saying.
Yeah. It's like it's not Super Saiyan. It's like pretty Saiyan.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sports carnivals were sick. We used to do that, and then I used to do golf as my regular sport. And I think that now, as I'm like I mentioned in my 30s, I'm starting to appreciate golf as much as I should have when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I was like, fucking, this is all right, but it's not like fast pace or anything. But now I'm like, fuck, it was good I learnt it when I was younger, because now I'm not starting from scratch.
I used to go to golf with my dad, and it was boring as shit. And he used to go with this other bloke who was as boring as shit. Like, this guy was literally just a piece of white bread. Like, he was terrible. And his son was a fuckstick. And I remember watching his son shit in a water tank at the golf fucking course, because he was obviously fucking, I don't know, a bit weird. But yeah, took a dump in the water tank, hey?
Hole in one.
Hole in one. Yep. He fucking deuced it right in there.
Yeah. Hole in two, actually.
Hole in two.
Yeah, 2 in hole.
Hang on, so your dad Azza is my dad's mate then, right?
Yeah, your dad's not that boring, mate.
Oh, right, different person.
Fucking hell. So you used to play when you were younger, or nah?
No, we used to skate, man. I didn't play golf when I was younger at all. I got into it at a brewery about 2 months ago, because they've got one of those like where you whack a ball and you try and hit shit with it out in the pond. So they've got that all set up, and you're like, got to try and get it in a basketball hoop or hit a drum that's floating out in the
That's
pond.
in Western Australia?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. It's literally the Wild West out there. That sounds wild.
That's how we all play golf.
Yeah,
we don't walk around a course. You just stand on a little jetty and you
get
shoot golf
drunk
balls
and you
into,
fucking hit.
into
Dude, I almost saw so many accidents. I saw one kid fling the golf club into the fucking lake, pretty much.
Yeah.
I almost got taken out by my own kid, because before I could get away, he's gone the backswing, and that 9-iron has gone whoosh, right past my eyeball. Fucking someone's gonna get nailed there, hey, soon. But it's fun as fuck. It's good.
It's
like extreme golf.
It's one of those things where like you kind of go out to play, and then like some old codger pulls you over and just goes, "Look, man, we don't actually play. we just get
yeah.
Yeah, we're just here to get away from the fam."
Yeah.
Yeah. So the golf was fun, but yeah, I think that a lot more of the skaters and surfers got laid, to be honest with you. No one was looking for anyone with a handicap under fucking 10.
It was always the surfers at our school too, and they were always fucking tossers as well.
Oh yeah, that's right, because it was like Margaret Rivers, like you would have had similar sort of thing, only the other side of Australia, because I was in the south coast of New South Wales.
Exactly the same. They're all just like surfies, like surfer guys' kids.
Yeah.
That are all really good at surfing. All their bleached blonde hair, fucking good looking 6-pack motherfuckers. But they got all the pussy.
Dude, I was like a skinny emo kid through the whole thing. When I was at school, and
wait, what was that like? I wasn't, so I'd be interested to know how it was.
I've always been a fat kid at heart. It was fucked, because I was like, didn't have the confidence of a skinny cunt, so I've
always been a fat kid at heart.
I've always
put that shit on a fucking t-shirt.
Only available in 2X and up.
Yeah. No, only available in extra small and small, just to be a fucking smart ass.
Yeah. It's like in Canberra, we had this place called Schnitzel House. It was a German a German cuisine place, but it was like Schnitzel House.
Schnitzel House.
Yeah, that was their like
Schnitzelhausen.
Pretty much, like that was their predominant fucking thing, was you could get like veal, pork, or chicken schnitzels, and if you ordered all three, that like the trio, they'd bring it out as like a challenge.
The holy trinity of schnitzel.
Yeah. We're talking real fucking fat guy at heart shit now.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so I went there one year with my cousin for his birthday, and booked a table. It was probably about 20 people there, and because he's a big guy, and then he had like a little Irish mate that was just like, yeah, I'll give it a fucking go. Let's have a fucking schnitzel challenge. And so we're sitting there, like, it's not part of the challenge, but he also ordered like one of those steins of beer.
Yeah, well, he's Irish. He probably had it on him.
No, my cousin, the Irish dude,
okay, sorry.
ordered like a Guinness, but just like a pint, whereas my cousin had the fucking giant, like, German Stein.
With a lid on it? Little clicky lid?
Nah, they didn't give you the fucking lid. But yeah, I know, right? Fuck, it's nearly like they want you to drink the fucking thing. But anyway,
that's not a Stein, that's a sty. But
so yeah, we're sitting down and he drinks the Stein pretty quickly. He's only like one snitty and he's already had the Stein. So even the chick was like, "Are you sure you want another Stein? Because like you got to eat 2 more schnitzels." And he's like, "Yeah, that's fine." So he orders a second Stein. Gets right through all the schnitzels, but the problem he's having is with like the mountain of chips on the side.
Yeah, that's how they get you, man.
But the fucking funny thing is, he's just like, oh well, because there was no time limit on it. It was just like if you can do it in one like visit.
Oh yeah, one sitting.
So he did that so quick that everyone's still getting their food. So he's just talking, chatting to people. He's like quite kind of drunk, just picking at the chips while he's chatting. And he coincidentally looks down at the same time as everyone's finished, and he's only got like 2 or 3 chips left. And he's like, "Oh fuck, I actually think I'll just be able to do this." He looks over, and the little Irish dude was down to like 2 chips as well. They both were fucking nearly finished the thing, and they both finished it up. They looked around, yep, cool, fucking they come out, look at it. Well, you fucking did it. You also drank 2 steins of beer, which isn't part of the challenge. We'll go get you the shirt, like, for winning. They go out the back and they come back and they've only got 1 shirt and it's a medium. So the little Irish dude goes, thanks, I'll be fucking taking that, and he fucks off with the shirt. And my cousin was just like, they're just like, yeah, we'll just fucking like take it off the meal. So I end up getting it for free.
Nothing to show for it. That sucks.
Here's the funniest thing though. I said to him, dude, I thought you would have smashed it. And he goes, yeah, I did the 1 meter sub challenge for lunch, so I was just fuck me a little bit.
Jesus Christ, boy likes to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a big boy. He lost a fair bit of weight, but he got into that. Like he's one of those, those like before and after photos. Like the cunt used to be like 160 kegs, and then he did like CrossFit and keto, and now he's just like fucking ripped as fuck.
My favourite ones are the ones where it's got like a big fat white dude and then it's got this real ripped black dude in the next one. Before and after. That's my favourite. Like a professional Jamaican runner.
Yeah, it's just fucking like my cousin. The next one's just fucking Usain Bolt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the only thing he used to run was his fucking mouth, but now he can do heaps more than he's actually really going really good. So yeah, fucking good times.
Good. So we're going back to Tim doing the stand-up comedy.
Yeah, is he any good? Is he funny?
Yeah, he had a couple of really good bits that he was.
You go all right.
Yeah, look, Tim was good, man. He had a couple of good bits. He just stopped coming along, which is the biggest problem. It's about the commitment to keep coming.
Yeah, and fuck, it must be a bit. Is it fucking scary getting up on stage, man? Because I'm terrible talking in front of. I was one of those kids that wouldn't come to school when I had to read my shit in front of the class.
Dude, I was when I was in school. I never really like went and did any of those public speaking opportunities or speeches. Like if I had to do it, I would always just go, I'll just do the bare minimal to like pass the subject and move on. But in hindsight, now that I've been doing comedy, I'm like, fuck, I really wish that I knew early on that I actually don't mind doing public speaking. So I wish I like in high school had given it more of a chance and got to do some of that shit, because I think I would have been pretty good at it. But I think just in general, I didn't really give too much of a fuck about school, and I think it just all fell into the same category as like school shit.
Yeah. I definitely didn't give a shit about
feel the same.
Crap.
Yep.
Yeah, but I don't tend to get too nervous these days. I haven't, like, if I've got like a gig, I don't tend to get nervous about going up and talking. The main thing is like shit that I'm not used to. Like if it's like a new venue, a different crowd, that sort of stuff, that's when I'll like be a bit nervous. But it's not really, it takes I'm like, at this point, I'm like, you know those fucking old cunts that are into kink? They need to do heaps more just to get off now.
I know all about that.
Yeah, so you know those old gym teachers that give you a Coke to snot on their back?
Yeah.
Well, that started off probably as just like looking at them weird, but now they need that to like actually feel intimidated. So
it started off with just selling me sticks of weed, and then it just escalated from there.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. Like I did a gig just after the lockdown, and they sold it out 3 times because every time they announced it, it would get like shut down because like that we went into another lockdown or some shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the thing was, each time they sold more and more tickets, like, and didn't really keep a track on how many they'd already sold and shit like that. So it was for a venue where the seated capacity was 200, but the venue capacity was 800.
Oh, fuck that. I'd pass out.
So, dude, they fucking ended up saying, all right, well, we've sold it out 3 times, so we've got 600 people here. We can't have them seated, so they're all going to be fucking standing.
So it's a fucking mosh pit.
So I was opening for this like musical comedian, and it's all right if it's musical comedy because you kind of like, you can stand and watch that. But they're like, oh, we don't have any other opening acts, so can you go out and just do like half an hour at the start? So I go out in front of 600 people standing.
God.
Wow.
So you're up on a decent stage? Or are you...
Just an average like fucking like waist height stage. So I'm above everyone, but the people up the back can't fucking see me.
Nah, they're not seeing shit.
So I'm just doing comedy to a standing crowd, and to meet my contractual obligation, I had to do half an hour. So I couldn't just go out, oh yeah, hope everyone's having a good night, fucking let's keep it going for your headliner. I just had to actually just go out and sit in it. And I ended up, the good thing was though, and the thing is the headliner was running late, so I go out, once the house music dims and the upbeat music starts, they think that the headliner's finally come to the venue. He's already like 45 minutes late. So they just start chanting his fucking name, and I walk out. And the headliner's like this old musical guy, and I walk out instead to them chanting his name. So I go up to the mic, and I'm like, hey, how's everyone doing? I know what you're thinking. Why is the soundy on the stage? And then that broke the ice.
That's good. Very good.
Yeah, that broke the ice. And the thing is, too, he's like a... like more like just that kind of like musical comedy shit, whereas I have an intro song that's like metal, so they're just like already the vibe was off because they're just like, why the fuck is this coming out to like heavy metal when he's like an old acoustic guitar fucking comedian. But yeah, so that was the only time that I've actually been a bit fucking how you going. And then, but the thing is, once I got out there and started getting into it, it was good. And I got heaps of mad respect from people coming up to me at the end saying like, fuck man, like you brought them around. Like just people that were like just there to see the headliner that just came up to me and were just like, fuck man, you actually fucking like just lived my nightmare.
Yeah, fucking. You could have bombed the shit out of that, but you fucking pulled it off.
Yeah, I think just because I addressed it, I guess. And also I knew some of his style of comedy, so I was doing kind of like some callbacks to some of his songs and shit like that.
Good shit. That's what I would have done. I personally would have just rolled with it and just started singing his songs or something.
yeah, just fucking rip his shit off. I've seen bands, like cover bands, opening for the main band. Like... they'll come out and do some of their songs. They're not specifically covering. They're not like a Kiss cover band. They're like an 80s metal cover band.
Yeah.
And the headline will just be like, don't do any of our songs. Like, I don't know why we need to tell people this, but don't fucking do... Like, imagine just going out and being like, all right, here's I Want to Love You All Night Long, and in 10 minutes' time, you're going to have the actual band singing the actual song, but here's a version that we fucking want to do for you.
That's a great way to fuck with people, though, eh?
Oh, dude,
I had a crowd laugh at myself once.
Yeah.
On stage. So not intentionally, obviously, I'm not a comedian. I didn't get up there to do a comedy show, whatnot. Little primary school assembly. right? We had this little, it was like a Winter Olympics theme. So our little gig, we all had like wetsuits on and gaff helmets, like the surfing helmets.
Yeah.
And we were the bobsled team. So we literally pushed around like a library trolley, like a little 2-level library trolley on wheels. Some guy was pulling us around with a rope. And our gig was to obviously run, jump on the trolley and go around like a bobsled course on stage.
Yep.
And when I went to jump in, my leg kind of missed. And I was basically getting dragged around the stage. And they didn't stop. They just kept going.
Oh, fuck.
It was pretty hectic. Anyway, the show must go on. So we've come to a stop. We've kind of got up to do it was the last act, it was the final bit of the assembly. Done a bit of a bow. It's all good. I turned around and the whole audience just erupted in laughter. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'd realized that I'd fucking worn the ass cheeks out of my wetsuit.
Oh, fuck. You made yourself, you were like a fashion statement wearing the arseless chaps. You're like every member of the police in one fucking person.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I bet they did that a few times, them boys, too.
All right, let's get into our Howard speeches. So when I was on the show, when I heard you guys on the show for Average Advice, there was a section there where we had where heard Az do an impression of Johnny Howard, which inspired this next bit of the show. Now I'm going to play for you. This is a historical piece from Parliament House. Anthony Albanese roasting John Howard in like the 90s. All right, so I'm just going to play it. You'll be able to hear it, boys. Ready?
Yeah.
And straight after that is going to be a sample from Average Advice where Aaron's impersonating John Howard.
Oh, yes.
Honourable Member for Greenblow.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Today my grievance is against the Prime Minister for his failure to provide leadership. You can trim the eyebrows, you can cap the teeth, you can cut the hair, you can put on different glasses, you can give him a used milk facial for all I care, but to paraphrase a gritty Australian saying, same stuff, different bucket. In the pantheon of chinless bluebuds and suburban accountants that makes up the Australian Liberal Party, this bloke is truly one out of the box.
All right, that's that bit done. Now, your impression, Az, just to bring your memory up to speed of your Johnny Howard impression.
Well, I think Johnny Howard's not around anymore. I'm pretty sure he's sitting back just picking on people for no reason.
And there's that sample. And fuck me if Average Advice did any editing on their audio for their fucking podcast. I feel like I edited that audio more than they fucking did. Fuck me, the levels were all over the fucking joint. Should be called Average Podcast Editing.
Yeah.
Get him.
Jesus. Well,
Well done,
they
guys.
fucking...
Yeah.
Wait, come back, do another podcast and bitch about me. At least you'll be putting out content. Fuck me dead.
Yeah, we've got to get them on our podcast, actually. So fucking we'll get them out of their coffins and dust them off.
Yeah, all right. We're not quite at the Joe Rogan level, but let's start a fucking... that's it. I'm declaring podcast war on Average Advice. Fucking come at me. I could do with the clicks. Let's combine our 12 listeners together and then we'll have probably, I don't know, 14 because a lot of them are the same people.
Yeah, exactly.
We can have 3 of ours as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like when everyone's trying to in high school put together enough money to buy a goon bag, and like everyone's got to fucking throw in $3 each, and one cunt's got $1.20, and you're like, fuck it, give him a bit.
We were 5 stars on Spotify, and then I don't know what happened. I think it was the fucking Average Advice boys getting on there, and I reckon they dropped us down a bit. I reckon it's from them actually putting us at 4 stars because we've only got like 12 people on there or something.
Yeah, it's they averaged out your rating too.
Yeah, exactly.
This should be called Bring Down Your Average.
Yeah, I was stoked at that. 12 people had reviewed and we have 5 stars, and then it went to 13 and we had 4.7. It's like, you motherfucker. One person came in here and wrecked it for us.
Fuck it. No, I actually do like their flow, but fuck me, if they could just edit a bit more and just be better at their shit, man, fucking maybe they'd be still doing it.
I think Zaz eats the microphone. I'm sure it's Zaz.
Yeah.
He has it in his mouth.
Yeah, it's it's how he keeps his trim figure. He's just got a fucking eat microphone. That's why he's so trim. He's always just so fucking hungry. It's like a natural reaction. Anything he puts in front just fucking needs
to have thin mesh in front of his mouth to stop him eating.
Yeah, he started the microphone diet.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas Tim, on the other hand, just eats a dude called Mike because he's like fucking Belconnen's Hannibal Lecter. Yeah. So yeah, that's the bit. Now, this pricked up my ears when I first heard it because I have a very similar Johnny Howard impression, but I don't use it to impersonate Johnny Howard. I actually do a bit where a musical comedian that I like to bring on stage plays keyboard. I get her to live censor a recreation of the hit children's cartoon Blinky Bill. And I voice all the characters from the cast that I can remember. There's like a platypus with a fucking speech impediment. There's like a
one that's spitting all the fucking time.
Yeah, it's like
it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's fucking. There's like Blinky's the koala, and he's like trying to give chlamydia to Nutsy, which is this fucking other marsupial looking thing. But I don't think she's also a koala because she's like a bit more like one of those fucking.
She's a hot koala, mate. That's what they were trying to go for.
Yeah, she's got a bow in her hair, which tells you it's female.
Yeah. And her name is what he wants to do on her face.
Yeah. Did you nut in Nutsy? Yeah. So, and then there's, I don't know, there's like a fucking mouse and all that shit. But the voice that I specifically use, because I just basically recreate an episode of Blinky Bill, but whenever I swear, she just like presses one of the keys on the keyboard, and it's like a little routine that we made. Yeah, so, but the thing is, I use my full potential of John Howard voice to replace Splodge the kangaroo, because I reckon that they're pretty fucking close. And
in voice and in person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There was an episode where Splodge the kangaroo runs through a house and smashes it up, whereas Johnny Howard just fucking destroyed the housing market instead.
Yeah, very, very similar.
Yeah, Splodge only did it with like a bush hut, but yeah, fucking Johnny Boy, still laughing about it.
Yeah, he thinks it's hilarious.
So I figured that given and any of the listeners that are still with us are probably wondering where I'm going with this. I thought it would be a perfect idea, a perfect bit for the podcast to go through a traditional Johnny Howard speech and read it sentence for sentence, one each, where we can try and do our best John Howard impression.
I'm down.
So this is our collab.
I'm ready to go, mate. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready to go.
Fuck, we are good to go. Now, the speech that I have chosen was delivered in Sydney, New South Wales, October 28th, 2001. I don't know if anyone knows what that is a close date to, but it was a time that the nation really wanted to come together.
Yes.
Now, Johnny Howard decided he'd go out there and fucking row up Australia and tell them that we're so good and we all are so close and we can get through anything that anyone throws at us. And I want to reenact the fucking vigor and the hype that he would have instilled in the Australian public today on the podcast.
Let's do it.
So I'll kick it off with the first sentence, and as you can go next, and then Jyro, if you want to jump in for the sentence after that.
I'll give it a crack, mate. I'm fucking amazing at impressions.
Here we go.
You just wait.
We all know that Australian is Australian. I've already fucked it. Imagine Johnny Howard did that. Fuck this. Oh, fuck it. Hang on. Start again.
Like Kevin Rudd when he goes off his
when
head.
he goes off. Yeah. I gave that stripper fucking $20 and she took it. I asked for $5 change. So that's Kevin Rudd at a strip club. it's a bit hard because they're like, at the time, we're still reporting to the matriarch. So Kevin Rudd's there throwing strippers on the fucking, in the G-banger, and he can just see his boss's face getting fucking moved around in front of him. Just hanging out of the G-banger. All right. We all know that Australia is the best country in the world in which to live.
Our aim over the next 3 years is to make an even better country in which to live.
We know that in the process of doing that, we will face some unexpected difficulties. That's the challenge.
But the good news is that because of the great work that we have done over the last 5.5 years, this country will be a better place than most to deal with the
stagnating
world economy.
John Howard's correcting himself.
This nation is stronger and better prepared to withstand the impact of that.
Full stop.
Fuck yeah, dude! I love how. See, this is that was the ultimate, and round of applause for everyone for getting through that. So fucking good job, fellas. We got there. I think Johnny would be proud, and
we'll have to send it to him.
Yeah, I'll send it to him. Fucking he probably uses Facebook.
No, he's still on. What was the one before that?
Oh fuck yeah! I'll flick it to him on MySpace.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll add him on Bebo and fucking. I'll send him an other half request and see if he fucking will be my other half on Bebo.
No, that was good.
Yeah, oi, how good is it? The best thing about that is, okay, so I like to entitle that, it may be John Howard's speech, but because we put our own flair on it, I call that a bunch of people that probably didn't quite make it through high school trying to read something, and together we got there.
We can do it. We can do anything together, hey?
Yeah, apes together strong, dude.
Yeah, it's very strong.
It's Planet of the Apes. I learned that shit in the 80s.
Yep.
I wasn't born in the 80s, but it was written then. But yeah, that was funny as. The best part about that is I want to point out that even when I fucked the word up, you didn't just say it, you did it in the Johnny voice.
Oh yeah, we didn't want to break the flow, mate.
It's a really nice little flair you added to it.
I couldn't break the flow.
See, how good would it be if the teacher, when you're trying to read at school and you fucked up on a word, they tried to impersonate your voice while you were doing it?
It'd be a bit rude. It's something I'd do if I was a teacher. I'd
do that too.
And I'd pick on them. No, what'd you say, you stupid cunt?
I had a buddy, I used to, if I, like, in all of our classes, I used to sit next to him. He's been on my podcast before. Like I was saying at the start of the show, I've got a few episodes that are just with friends and family to talk about stories. And what he used to do is he'd sit next to me and I'd literally just read as much as I could, and the first word I'd stumble on, because he was going to be next anyway, he would read the rest of my bit and his bit. He was like a fucking stunt double. Like he was like the Houdini. He'd just fucking slip out.
He's the fall guy. That's fantastic.
So there you go. Between all three of us, we were Johnny Howard's fall guy. So I'm going to put this out now. Johnny, if you have any speeches that you're going to have trouble delivering, just let any of us know. We could probably step in there, and I'll just be off the stage with a wireless mic, and any words that he stumbles on, I'll say them in his voice so he can take a break. How about we do word for word, me, Johnny Howard, we can step in and just fucking take over one of the speeches.
Yep, exactly.
It'd sound like one of the early podcasts that I edited, and there's just no air in between any of the words.
Super fast speaking.
Jai gets good at that sometimes. He's a nice old fast speaker.
That's what happens, isn't it?
Jai's taking the back seat on this one. Yeah. Were you Azza's friend that sat next to him to read his fucking paragraphs?
Yeah, 100%. That's me.
And also, Jyro, I must say, mate, that was a damn good impression. So don't you ever say you're not good at doing impressions again.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
Because that was pretty good, mate. I mean, it was a lot. I thought it was going to come out squeaky and fucking awkward, but it was good. Well done.
Jyro, I'm impressed, mate. Like, I can't see you, but I can tell you really put on your arseless chaps for that performance, mate.
100%. I only wear them when I podcast.
Completely naked in front of the piano.
Elton Jyro.
Elton Jyro. I was thinking of it today. It would be he could do a gay porno called, because his nickname's Jitus as well. That's what I sometimes call him. But his gay porno would be meningitis.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? What do you mean? Could be.
Could be. Well,
you don't subscribe to Pornhub, do you?
I don't subscribe. I'm a cheap ass.
Well, there you go.
I appreciate the roasting that Albanese had in that for Johnny Howard about how he could have, like, you can clip your eyebrows, you can change your glasses.
He really digs at him, eh?
He does.
He goes for the looks too.
And you can hear Johnny in the background. Oh, come on, mate! Like,
yeah, seriously, man, my fucking eyebrows aren't that bad, and my glasses look pretty damn sexy, I must tell you.
Isn't that all they do in Parliament? They just roast each other?
Literally. And have you seen any of the international, like I've seen one from like a parliamentary sitting in China, and it's not much different, but it's just like the Chinese government. Yeah. But dude, they get more hectic. Like I seen one where this dude literally had like a fucking plate of fried rice in front of him, like he was eating during the thing, and someone said something that he didn't like, and he just fucking hurled the plate of fried rice at the cunt from across the room.
They're all having a contest at who can be the most Chinese guy there.
It's just a bunch of white dudes doing what they think Chinese people do.
Yeah. I have fried rice. Where's my sword? Hang on, no, that's Japanese.
Oh man, you fucked it.
Yeah, it's all fun and games till someone whips out a fucking katana and they realise he's at the wrong parliamentary sitting.
I'm sure I've seen video of parliamentary stuff somewhere where swords were involved, and it's come to blows. Hey, like Russia and places like that, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, that's true. He came. I remember there was one where he came out and is in like full samurai shit, and he just goes, "Meet me at dusk."
And the other guy's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
The other bloke goes, "Just fucking tell me where, and I'll be there."
And one guy's standing out on the street at dusk. The other guy's standing in a candle shop.
Yeah.
One dude threw the wallet up, and the other in the air, and the other one cut it in half with a samurai sword.
And man, they both won a frangipani vanilla fucking
scented candle
that cost $80.
Yeah, fuck yeah. It probably doesn't even work properly. My missus tried to make candles one time, and all the shit's still sitting out in the garage. I think she made about 3 candles and then gave up.
Oh,
She's good at that. I call her half job Harry.
Fuck yeah, dude. I you think that's like everyone's got like a missus with a half done thing, man. Like, I have a buddy with he said that his missus started doing cross stitch.
Yep.
And he went to get something from under the bed, and there was like 100 half-done cross stitches just all shoved under the bed, just all stashed in there like fucking like.
Just trying to hide the shame.
It was literally like a ludicrous amount too. Like it's like if I try something that doesn't work, I don't just keep fucking trying it. Like he said that there was literally just like the bed was like it looked like a teenager's bed, but instead of cum tissues, it was fucking half done cross stitches.
If I try something, if I'm not instantly good at it, I just fucking give up.
That's me. Yeah, I tried. We went when my missus and I got married. We went to when we went to the honeymoon. It was we booked this Airbnb, and they had a pizza oven in the backyard, like a wood-fired pizza oven at this place.
Fancy.
And I'm like, for once, I actually don't have something else that I need to do, because I like purposely, obviously, for the honeymoon, taken 2 weeks off, like not doing anything aside from just fucking the honeymoon, right? Or just fucking. And I went out there and I like did watch a few YouTube tutorials and fired up the pizza oven.
I thought you meant on how to fuck.
Yeah, they're on YouTube. They're all censored. Fucking didn't know how to do it. I'm like, yeah, I can't really do this unless it's blurred out.
Yeah, like the poor kid that's only watched Japanese porn. And he's like, fucking, it doesn't meant to look like that.
So I learned how to do it from YouTube, and I go out there and I start like getting the oven ready, getting it to the right temp, and fucking like, you know, using all the right techniques that I learned online. And then I made these pizzas and we put them in there, and they looked fucking perfect. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm like a master at this the first time I ever did it. Like, I'm talking about how we're going to get them pizza oven, you know, I'm going to do this. It's going to be a regular thing, dude.
Get a van, start a business.
Fuck it. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm a fat kid at heart, man. So just the idea of making a living or fucking making other people fat, I was all about it. And we fucking get it out, cut it, and the underneath was just black, dude. And I fucking was like, I'm never going to touch a pizza oven again in my life.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking, eh? I like making a burger. I'm a good burger maker, hey, and I used to be a fat kid, so I am a fat kid at heart. But I make a mean burger, and I want to start a burger joint called Asburgers. But I'm not sure how it would go down.
Asburgers, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Sorry, dude, I'm not good at picking up on social cues. I didn't. What were you saying?
That would be the Asburgers.
Fuck.
Sorry, did you say Aspergers? You remember that bit from that?
Yeah, from South Park. Yeah.
Dude.
Dude, I tell you what's funny. I interviewed a comedian called Doug Stanhope from the States, and it was like
bullshit.
this.
I know Doug Stanhope.
Yeah. So I opened for him in Canberra, and before the gig, I did a podcast with him. And I was about to join the video call just like this. He did a video call podcast, and I said to him, I was just like, I'm looking off screen because I've got the video on one screen, but my cam's on the other. So if I'm not making eye contact, it's not the Asperger's. It's actually the fucking screens are different. And he took that as like, oh, you've got Asperger's, so I'm gonna fucking like, you know, have fun with that. Yeah. And and he goes, we get into about to start the podcast, and he goes, well, I just smoked a joint, so I'm going to be in the Spectrum for about an hour too, so we'll be fucking both there together.
Fucking brilliant.
But yeah, there was that. We're talking about naming the burger place, dude. I fucking have always had this dream of running like a diner, but out the back having a comedy club. So it's like just a retro style diner in the front, and out the back there's like your stage and your tables and all that shit for the actual comedy side.
Yep.
And then I'm like, nah, yeah, I only have comedy on certain nights of the week, and the rest of the time it's a fucking strip club, because that's the kind of operation I'm more likely to run.
Yep.
And then I'm like, what the fuck would I call it? And then I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna name it fucking ZZ Topless.
That's not bad.
That's good.
That's not bad. And all of the strippers have to wear a big fake beard.
Yeah, oh, dude, and then they just slowly just get out the scissors and cut it shorter and shorter to reveal it, like a fucking dial-up internet connection slowly loading from the bottom up.
You'd really want chicks with actual beards so they could get down to actually shaving it on stage.
Oh,
and then
fuck
then they do the reveal.
But
I'm getting hard thinking about it.
There's the sound sample for the podcast. I'll slow it down, make your voice a little bit more like a homeless dude asking for change, and we'll fucking sell it.
Hey, I've got hardly any teeth in my head if I take out my falsies, so.
Well, that might come in handy if we keep going. Just one tooth in the front, straight down the fucking eye, like a champion.
Yep. Take it like a man.
It's like when someone eats your food and you're just like, all right, I know it was you because there's like a fucking weird teeth marks in it.
Yeah, dude, I get that because I've got one of my front main biting teeth missing.
Yeah.
So if I don't have my fake tooth in, I can make some pretty weird. It's like Tetris when I eat.
Oh, fuck. Dun, 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 dun. The music starts playing.
Yeah. If I can get a line and get all excited. You're spitting all your food on the ground for you pig. I'm playing Tetris, can't fuck off.
Yep. Oh, yeah, like my buddy's mate Az. So he's got a friend, they call him Drunk Az. And because he's always just fucking pissed at the club. And one night they put him in a taxi to take him home. And he got out and just told the taxi, like, piss off, and just waited in the bushes for them to finish. And then he just at the pub, and he comes out and he's like, yeah, here I am, fucking I never left, you know. And so they're like, dude, fucking go home, like, fuck off. And they put him in a taxi and gave the taxi driver money and said, like, cash, and said, like, fucking you got to take him to this address. Apparently, he gave him more cash to take him to the dude's house. So they finally get home. He goes into his room and just passes out. He comes out at like 3 a.m. because you can hear someone in the kitchen. And fucking drunk Azza's got the... I have to get my buddy on to tell this story properly, but he's got the fridge door open and he's just in there in the fucking fridge, like sitting on the ground just eating everything. And my buddy looks down and he's holding a fucking like 1 kilo block of fucking cheese and he's just, there's like half of it's just missing with bite marks and shit all through it.
Oh, he's not shitting for a week.
Dude, and he just looks up and like an old French dude does this laugh. And that's the story of fucking drunk Az.
Oh, fuck, mate. Being a fellow drunk as, I've got lots of good. My drunk alter ego is called Darren.
Oh yeah, is that your middle name?
No, that's just drunk Aaron. Just
a
D in front of Aaron. Darren. Yeah. I'm much of a thinker. That's the other one. That's thinking Aaron. He doesn't come out much. Drunk Aaron. Darren's got lots of really good stories. I tried to punch a car window once, broke my hand. Those things are fucking hard. Hey.
Oh, yeah. The windscreen or just the side
window?
No,
just the side window, but it was real bubbled out, and my hand literally just bounced off it. Hey, it's
like a cartoon, yeah.
Yeah, exactly like a cartoon.
It was like fucking Wile E. Coyote was in it, and you had to try and get it.
And then I think you would have made the sound effects with you at the same time as.
Yeah, my sound effect was fuck.
Oh no, yeah, and so you just bit your way through it, and the Tetris sound effect starts playing.
Yeah, exactly. It probably would. No, I think I had teeth back then. Yeah, I did have teeth back then. They only started falling out in my early 30s.
One of my buddies...
Front one, I got punched out by a man-child in high school, and I always had problems with it, so it just ended up falling out. And the other ones I smashed out with the tongue ring that I got, because I thought I was fucking cool, hey, when I was 14 and got my tongue pierced.
Fuck, you thought you were cool, man.
I was.
As a bystander... From someone watching on just at how cool you thought you were. Oh my God. Next level.
I thought I was cool until that fucking thing went through my tongue. And then I realized, what have you done? The single most painful thing I've ever fucking done. And I've got a shitload of tattoos and shit. And I've broken my leg and my ankle. And it's still the most painful thing I can remember.
Tongue ring, fucking broken ankle and leg playing ice hockey. And I fucking had a nipple ring punched out.
I've heard they're meant to be fucking hideous, eh?
I got an industrial bar and both nipples done in the same sitting, and I was in fucking shock after.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I went into shock. I did a 9-hour back tat in Bali, and I went into shock at like hour 7.
Oh shit,
and that was fucking weird. My legs just started shaking. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, you go into shock." And I just fucking back into my fucking spine.
Sit still.
Yeah, I popped like 3 tramadol, and then I felt like I was melting into the chair. I actually felt, because we were on like a second story, I could feel myself melting, and by the time they'd almost finished, I thought I was like under the ground.
Oh fuck!
It was pretty cool.
I got my back done in 24 hours over 3 days, so 3 8-hour days.
Yeah.
And
that sucked, eh?
It's just black and grey, and it fucking is pretty much full. I went from nothing to a full back piece in fucking 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Fucking hell, man. That's
only I got mine done in Melbourne, so they weren't just like, oh, she'll be right. Fucking like the dude actually like spaced it out and like actually was not just fucking like,
nah, they were
you'll
just
be right.
Done. They were getting it done. Get him in, get him out. Fucking
fucking brutal.
Yeah,
good stuff. Fucking hell. Yeah, no, the ice hockey one wasn't even scoring the winning goal. I just caught an edge trying to do a stop and fucking, rolled it with a skate on and spiral fractured the tibia.
Ice hockey. You don't hear many people playing ice hockey in Australia.
Yeah, true. I should have stuck with golf, probably.
Yeah.
It turns out I got a handicap in fucking ice hockey too.
Maybe it's just, have you thought about it? It might just be an overall handicap.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. All right, well, that'll wrap us up, boys. Thanks for being on the show, eh?
No worries, mate. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, likewise. It was great.
Yeah, fucking, I've always
been a fan of Canberra Metalheads.
Yeah, shout out Canberra Metalheads.
Yeah, good to have you on Canberra Metalheads. Fucking
yeah, thanks, man.
Oh, there you go, Tim. I'm running 2 fucking podcasts, you lazy cunt. So
and they both sound pretty well edited.
It's nearly like they're the same. No, I'm giving Tim a lot of shit. Fuck it. No, Tim's actually a good dude. I need to say that because otherwise he'll fucking cry. So I don't want him to like get upset. This is a very Tim friendly episode. You know, I think he brought us closer together. So without Tim, I wouldn't be here talking to you fellas. So I definitely have that to owe him.
Yeah, they're good blokes. We're just having a jab. We all love each other very much.
In fact, that's why you know that they're good because we're having a joke. If I was sitting here fucking like not having a joke, then you know that like I do roast battles for comedy, and you can't have 2 people that actually hate each other roasting each other because it gets too personal.
It gets savage.
Yeah, like just to circle back quickly before we wrap up on the roast battles, we're talking about naming a gay porno. One of the roasts I had against me was like, if Marky was in a gay porno, it'd be called ZZ Bottom.
Yeah, not bad.
That's good.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening. Cheers for being on the show, fellas. I'd like to do another one down the track, so we'll fucking keep you up to date with future episodes. I like to get people to come back and do a fucking Where Are They Now?
Yeah,
we might be at episode like 82.
I might be a gay toothless fucking meth head.
Otter.
Named Otter, yeah. Yeah, cheers, mate. Cheers
likewise, man.
It was a ball.
We might even see if you want to come along and jump on Lucky Parachute as well.
Why not? For sure. We'd love to be on the show.
Yeah, we'll see where we land, eh?
I think we'll roast.
Yeah, look,
it'll be fun. It'll be great.
If you're willing to pay for flights, I'll let you snot on me back. All right, peace, guys. Cheers.
Yeah, fucking legend.
Cheers, lad.
Don't buy me a drink. Just name names. Yeah, right.
Big time. You're fucking thrown out of the strip club with your floppy disk.
Yeah, you got a big beard, dude.
Shame for shit all day.
Me and my best friend, Marky Worthington.
Keep it simple. Count your money.
That they're not proud of.
Just give me $10.
Hey, right.
Click.
Did you hang up?
No, I just said click.